Hello, I'm Jay, owner of Volunteer Audio in Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and I'm making a video going over the latest software update for the HD A2B interface for those 2023.5 and newer Harley Davidsons using the Skyline OS system. We've added some amazing features. They're free to you. Watch the video and I'll cover them in detail. All right, so let me tell you about a few things we've now added to our A2B interface. We just spent 2 days with our engineering staff, and Felix from SeirenHD came in. We did a lot of testing with the bikes, added a lot of really cool things, and I wanted to make a video just sharing what you're going to get when you do our latest update. At the end of this video, I'll show you how to do that update as well, so definitely watch to the end so I can go through that process. Now, if you buy a new system from Volunteer Audio as of now, this update will already be installed. So this is really to tell you about some added features, but also cover the people that already have a system on how to do their update. So we've added a few features. Let me bring up a list so I can make sure I don't forget any of them. All right, first off, if you go back to your Harley-Davidson dealer, you can actually have them turn on a subwoofer option in the factory Skyline OS radio. I did find out you do not have to have the factory subs installed for this to be available, and it's going to add a subwoofer gain control in the audio settings menu. Now, we were able to actually read the data from that and now make it control the sub out on our SeirenHD interface. So once you've installed our A2B interface, if you go to your dealership, you turn on that option, and you're going to see that now when you turn that up and down, we're going to go from 0 volts to 4 volts of output on our subwoofer out, and it's going to work with the volume up and down, but it's going to give you more control over how much bass you get from your rear subwoofers. Now, speaking about that, I got to mention our previous video, we have new sub enclosures that will be available very, very soon to drop in your Harley. You do not want to buy the Rockford Fosgate dealer option. You'll be highly disappointed because we have 3 amazing options coming, and they'll be here before next riding season that are just going to absolutely blow it away. And they're going to be, our new system will be compatible and work with the new Volunteer Audio SeirenHD A2B interface. So not only did we turn on the ability to use that sub control, we also were able to go in and turn on our sub output. So channel 5 is now an active subwoofer output. It's got a 200 hertz low pass filter, 24 dB slope already activated, and that's going to go from 0 dB to from 0 volts to 4 volts of clean output at full volume with or without the sub slider. So if you don't go back and turn that on, you can still use this as a sub out. It will still work. It's still going to be linear with volume. And if you decide to go back to your dealer and turn that on, then you'll have even more control. So beyond that, we added a few more things. Let's talk about the next one. The next one was really big. So speed controlled volume. We had tested this, we had enacted it. It worked, but it didn't work exactly like factory. So we spent a lot of time dissecting exactly how the factory auto volume or speed control worked. There are 4 steps. There's from 0 to 4 inside your settings menu. They're all now active after this update, so that depending on what speed you're going, it's going to automatically turn that volume up. And as you slow down, turn it back down. This is great because with our Volunteer Audio system, we have clean output all the way to full volume. So we don't have to worry about blowing speakers when it automatically turns it up. So all this is going to work in each one of those numbers, number 1 being the lowest amount of aggressiveness to this feature, all the way up to number 4, which is going to turn it up the fastest or the loudest and turn it down the least as well. So you can go in and try those different options, see which one fits you and your style most. Some are going to want it to go louder than others. So all of that works. That's all active now after the latest update. And I'm really excited about that. The last thing, we're doing an update to it for some future kind of neat options. So in the future, instead of downloading an update from Volunteer Audio's website, like I'm going to show you, you go to the SeirenHD site, and you'll be able to actually plug in and use a web portal there to do your software updates without ever actually downloading it to your computer. That's also going to give us access for things like custom tuning that would be available through that same website, because we'll later be using the SeirenHD portal to give you access to the DSP. Now, if you're buying one of our preset systems from Volunteer Audio, it's set perfect. There's no need in this. But there may be a need in the future for a universal piece or other options. other things we may add that you want to do another update. And so we want to give you access from that site. So part of this update adds the necessary software to work with their website. This is an awesome piece. The guys at SeirenHD are brilliant. They're phenomenal. And spending a couple days with them again, working out all the little things we'd want to add. We didn't need to change the sound. The sound was perfect. We didn't need to change the way it interfaced with the radio. They already had that locked down. It was awesome. We just added a couple more really cool, really neat features. And I'm really glad to say that it's free to you if you've already bought it to do this update and add that now. So let's go to our computer. I'm going to show you how to go to Volunteer Audio's website and download the update. We'll take one of the interfaces and update it on the computer and go over that in detail to make this easy on you. Definitely check out the video on the subwoofer, that drop-in enclosure, if you haven't already, because that's going to add some awesome bass, and it's very easy to install and very easy to take in and out when you need that bag space in your bike. But let's go to the computer and I'll show you how to download this latest update. All right, so the first step of downloading your software is you want to go to volunteeraudio.com. So that's www.volunteeraudio.com. At the top of the page, now let's make sure, let me back up. You have to have a PC computer. This will not work on Apple. So we're going to go to, on your PC, laptop, or desktop, to volunteeraudio.com. And at the top of the screen, you're going to see software updates. Click software updates and select HD A2B. All right, so once you get that brought up, you'll see SeirenHD HD A2B update, download now. So download that update. Now you're going to find that if you have antivirus software, it is likely going to stop this download. If it stops the download, Windows Defender does not like our file. You'll have to go into Windows Defender and you'll have to tell it is okay to download the file. If you have some other antivirus, you may have to turn it off long enough to get this to work. But now I've downloaded that zip file. I'm going to open it. At this point, I'm going to tell it to extract all. Next step, we're going to take an interface. So this is the interface that was in your Harley. You've unplugged it from the Harley, and on the end of it, you're going to see there's a little plastic or a little rubber cap you're going to pull out, and it's going to expose our USB-C port. Now with a USB-C cable from our computer, we're going to plug it in. Now we're going to listen for our computer to recognize it. All right, so now that we've heard it recognized, you heard that little noise in the background. Now, as you see, it's telling me it doesn't want to run it because it thinks it's a virus. It is not. I'm going to hit more info, and I'm going to hit run anyway. And once it's fully updated, it's going to say update complete on screen. All right, looks like it's almost done. All right, now it says update complete. At that point, we're done. We simply are going to unplug our unit from our computer. Make sure you take that rubber cap and put it back in, because this is one of the weatherproof parts of it, is putting that cap back in. So let's put it back in. Now you'll go to your bike, plug it back into your bike, turn on the ignition, and it's going to recognize all those new updates, and all of this is going to work. So let me take you to a bike, show you that sub slider, and also show you where to see the current revision of your software inside of your Skyline OS system for your SeirenHD Volunteer Audio A2B interface. All right, so let me show you how you're going to see what update is currently in your A2B interface and if your update has been done. So we're going to go to Settings. We're going to go to Sound. And if you notice here, here's that subwoofer gain I was telling you about. So if you went to the dealer and you've activated the subwoofers left and right, you're going to add the sub gain that's now controlling our new interface. But also we can go to Speaker Setup. We can select our A2B interface. Now you're not going to have a secondary amp. I'm doing testing on a secondary amp currently. At this point, when you see this, you're going to be able to scroll up and down. And when you see manufacture date 10/26/24, that is the latest software update on the Volunteer Audio interface. So after you do your update, you'll see that new date instead of that previous earlier date. You'll know you've got the latest software in it. If you don't see that, you need to do the new update. All right. So just that simple. Let's back up. I want to show you that subwoofer slider again. So you're probably going to notice that under auto volume control, which that is one of the things we activated, it has 4 different settings for auto speed volume. Now this only works while you're moving, so you won't see that do anything while you're sitting still. We now have a new option for subwoofer gain. Now you will not see this on yours until you've went back to the dealer and had that turned on. But you're going to probably really, really want this after you see the new subs, after you hear the new subwoofers, and you see how easy it is to take them in and out of your bags. Watch our next series of videos. Hopefully I'll be showing you a video from us at the SEMA show in Las Vegas. We'll be there next week. We'll be going over a bunch of new products. One of them is going to be those new drop-in subwoofers. I can't wait to show those to you. If you're a dealer, if you've got a shop, if you're going to be at SEMA, come by the Hertz booth. We're going to be there. I'll be there representing Volunteer Audio and SeirenHD. I'd love to let you hear one of the new bikes, hear the new system, and go over a lot of details. Now, if you're not able to make it to SEMA, but you're saying, hey, I really need this system for my shop, reach out to Volunteer Audio. As long as you're a legit shop, we'd love to sign you up as a dealer and make it where you can sell these to your customers. We have the best solution, and we'll help you get that to your customers because you're going to look like a hero, and the system sounds amazing, very, very easy to install. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you update your A2B device. I think it's a very simple process. We've tried to keep it that way. And I didn't want to release 4 or 5 updates back to back, so we waited till we had everything done just to make it where you can do this one time. We're working on the possibility of doing future updates through the USB drive, but that's something we're working on. Hopefully we'll get that accomplished before the next update or any future updates are needed. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, comment below. I'll be quick to answer those questions. And if you need help, maybe you want to order one of these systems, you haven't done it yet, and you've got some questions, give us a call at 1-844-30-AUDIO, select sales, talk to our sales team, or if you're doing an install, you can definitely reach out if you have problems with getting this to take by calling our tech support. We'd love to walk you through any steps, maybe help you get past some antivirus issues or other things on your computer. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking this video. But thank you most of all for all of you that have already purchased. We really appreciate that. And as always, God bless.